Grace hadn't heard from him in years, so when the invitation arrived, polite words wrapped around something cold, she understood immediately. It wasn't kindness. It wasn't closure. It was a performance. You were cordially invited to my wedding. I wanted an audience. I wanted to show the world how far he had climbed and how far she had fallen. Once, she had loved him. But she walked away when ambition replaced love, when money mattered more than humanity. He never forgave her for leaving. Now, standing on the edge of wealth and status, he imagined her arriving alone, worn down, embarrassed, forgotten. What he never imagined was the life she built in silence, the sleepless nights, the quiet sacrifices, the promises she made to herself when no one was watching. Because after she left him, she discovered something that changed everything. She was pregnant. Not with one child, but 3. Triplets. She chose not to tell him. She knew what he would see. Not children, but possessions. Not love, but legacy.
Wow.
So she raised them alone. 3 identical souls who grew up sharing everything: laughter, struggles, dreams. They called her their queen, even on nights when there was barely enough food. Years passed, and then came the wedding day. Grace didn't dress in anger. She dressed in dignity. When the black limousine stopped outside her apartment, neighbors stared in disbelief. They had only known her as the quiet woman who never complained. But today was different. Today was closure. She stepped inside with her children beside her, dressed neatly, their eyes full of wonder. When the car arrived at the grand venue, the atmosphere shifted. The red carpet stretched ahead. The crowd turned. Silence fell. No one expected her to arrive like this. No one expected Grace to look unbreakable. Then she stepped out, holding the hands of 3 identical children. A ripple moved through the crowd, because the resemblance was undeniable. The same eyes, the same features, the same presence. At the altar, the groom's confident smile disappeared. Confusion, shock, fear. In that moment, he realized something terrifying. The story he thought he controlled had grown without him. Grace walked forward, calm and steady. There was no anger in her eyes, only strength. When he whispered her name, his voice felt smaller than ever. The bride beside him sensed everything shifting. And then Grace spoke. Not loudly, but every word carried weight. She said she came because she was invited, because she was done hiding, because her children deserved to stand in the light. Then one of the triplets looked up and asked softly, "Mom, is this the man you said helped make us strong?" The air shattered, gasps echoed. Truth had found its voice, and it was fearless. The groom stood frozen as years of pride collapsed in a single moment. The crowd saw clearly now who had truly risen, and who had only climbed. Grace didn't wait for apologies. She turned and walked away. This time, the crowd parted not out of curiosity, but respect. Her children walked beside her, heads held high. Because wealth can be loud, but dignity leaves a lasting echo. As the limousine doors closed, the man she once loved stood exposed, stripped of the illusion he had built, and Grace. She didn't leave in victory, she left in peace, because she had already won the day she chose love over luxury. Subscribe to K for Kindness, for more powerful stories that remind us true strength always finds its moment.